The agency in charge of flood protection in the New Orleans area is facing mounting questions about its leadership and stability. Tomorrow, the Flood Protection Authority Board will meet for the first time since a major shakeup. Chief investigative reporter David Hammer tells us why the board's problems could affect anyone on the East Bank of Jefferson, Orleans, and St. Bernard parishes.
There are nearly 500 state government boards and commissions in Louisiana, and Senator Kirk Talbot says there's only one he truly worries about: the East Bank Levee Board.
I live in Jefferson Parish, have a business in New Orleans. This levee board is extremely important to me.
The Flood Protection Authority East must function to maintain and operate its half of the $14 billion system of levees, walls, gates, and pumps that protect the New Orleans area from storm surge. But it might be the most dysfunctional agency of them all.
I'm very concerned. My constituents are concerned.
Over the last year and a half, Governor Jeff Landry's hand-picked board president, Roy Carubba, fired top professionals, drove off all the pre-Landry board members, and handed unprecedented power to Joshua Rondeno, the Levee District Police Chief.
Since I've been the president, and since me making the chief the appointing authority for all matters with civil service, IT, finance, and public information, the chief has done an incredible job.
The citizens of Louisiana had asked us to make sure that flood protection is the only thing we do.
I respect where your comments come from, and you and I had a meeting with the chief a month or so ago, and it is the mandate of the governor that the police be restored to their original strength and assist NOPD in the patrolling of our neighborhoods.
Last summer, Carubba raised Rondeno's salary from $160,000 to $208,000. By law, it couldn't be more than $198,000, so they dropped it to $197,000. Rondeno still makes over $4,000 for every one of the 48 officers under his command. That's almost 5 times more per cop than Kenner Police Chief Keith Conley, 10 times more than New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick, and 24 times more than Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe Lapinto.
Since he's come in, that department has ballooned, and it's done a lot of things that raised eyebrows, like the SWAT team and things like that.
Former board member Debbie Satoon tried to record this closed-door executive session last October.
Shut that door. So, and it's not being recorded.
When Carubba, Rondeno, and others wanted to discuss removing her from the board. Rondeno then filed this criminal complaint against the 68-year-old Satoon, accusing her of punching him when he tried to keep her out of that meeting.
Yes, the woman with 2 bad feet and a bad carpal tunnel wrist, who was holding a briefcase, a purse, and a coat, and opening a door with her right hand, was accused of hitting him. With what hand? I don't know.
As soon as Satoon resigned, Rondeno dropped the charges. Last month, Carubba claimed a long-awaited Attorney General investigation would validate what he and Rondeno did and would show the former employees and board members they ran off were corrupt. But AG Liz Murrill tossed cold water on that during an interview on WWL Radio.
I did not find that. I mean, I found there was some pretty severe dysfunction.
On May 12th, the board asked Murrill to release her investigative report in 30 days, but June 12th came and went, still no report. Carubba resigned from the board, and then Rondeno was suddenly placed on administrative leave without explanation. The AG's office says it was asked to add complaints against Rondeno to its investigation. Wednesday's Flood Authority board meeting is the first without Carubba or Rondeno. The meeting agenda includes yet another closed executive session to discuss a personnel matter and the AG's report. This all leads to a much bigger question. How will this agency, which everyone seems to agree is dysfunctional, be able to operate the critical and complex flood protection system when the next big storm hits? The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built the system and turned it over to the state to run it. But spokesman Ricky Boyette says the Corps is staying on top of it.
This isn't a system you walk away from, so we'll be there every step of the way, continuing to look at the system, making sure that that maintenance is being done as part of our oversight responsibility. If we see something, we'll take action.
And these days, that might be the only expression of confidence the Flood Authority can count on. David Hammer, WWL, Louisiana.
On Monday, the board posted an agenda giving no specifics about tomorrow's executive session. That changed after David pointed out that state law requires them to disclose at least the subject of what will be discussed behind closed doors.